Hey guys, what's going on? Paul here and welcome back to another Cardano video. If you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you never miss an update. What I do here is all about Cardano, and if you really want to help with the YouTube algorithm, please do give the video a like and leave a comment down below. So what I'm going to go through today is I will put timestamps for everyone down below this as well, so if there's specific topics you want to jump to, you can do that. I'm going to start by giving a quick update on my stake pools and on the channel in general of what you guys can expect going forward, because I want to get a lot more structure on this, both for myself and for you guys, so you know when to expect new content. Also, we look at some of the upcoming events for Cardano, what's out there, what we should be expecting, and realistically we don't have specific dates on any of it, but I will talk about the individual ones in a few minutes. Also talking about Bloomberg adding Cardano to the trading terminal, which is another really good step to see. Talking about Catalyst then, what's out there to help you guys decide what projects you want to vote on. It's a really good spreadsheet. There's a new website out there as well that's going to be digging into some of the projects as well. And finally, we will take a look at the price. I'll take you through the charts, give you guys my perspective on it, and hopefully that will give you guys an insight into what is going on with Cardano right now. So let's jump in. So the update on the Cardano stake pools that I do run 2 Cardano stake pools. Anyone looking for a pool, delegating to either of these really does help support the channel. So they're under the tickers Paul1 and Paul. They previously were both under the ticker Paul, but I've changed the first pool to Paul1 last night. So if you temporarily seen that the pool was seen as unknown within Daedalus, there was no issues at all. It's just it takes Daedalus a little bit longer to update any metadata changes. The pool is still running fully in the background. It's just a display thing for Daedalus, but by now it should be showing right. On the pledge as well, I have updated the pledge of pool 2 to 100,000. So both pools now have 100,000 ADA as the pledge. What you see as well is we are now over 6 million live stake within pool 2. A huge thank you to everyone that has delegated to the pool and got us there this quickly. We've got our first blocks in this current epoch, which will be paid out at the end of the next epoch. And we should see now regular blocks and regular rewards for everyone within pool 2 as well. So getting there this quickly is really, really great to see. Pool 2 is having pool 1 is having a really good epoch at the minute, with 32 blocks so far, with potential 34 by the close of the epoch tonight. It is one of our best epochs so far. But I will say on that, look, sometimes people jump from pool to pool when they see really good returns in certain epochs and bad returns in other ones. But in general, once a pool is producing blocks, the rewards will average out over the year to 5 to 5.5%. So this epoch is an extremely good one for pool 1. Our last epoch was not great. That's the one that's paid out tonight. This current epoch is paid out in 5 days time then at the end of the next epoch. I will have a video coming up maybe later this week talking about when rewards are paid out and how it all works when you change pools, because you still earn in your old pool while you're in the new pool. And I'll go through all of that timeline and explain why all of this process works the way it does. So do keep an eye out for that. On the channel here as well, what you guys can expect going forward is that on a Friday, we will stick with the live streams. That is where I come on and give an update on the market and then take any questions that are out there from you guys. I will also look to maybe bring on some guests on a Friday as well. So if there's anyone you would like to see me try and get on, I'm not saying that they will want to come on, but if there's someone you want me to try and get on, do let me know down below in the comments. During the week then as well, I will get at least 2 videos out during the week. So they will be like this one, where it's looking around the ecosystem to see what's going on with Cardano, bring you guys the latest updates, as well as taking a look at price. Some weeks I will also throw in a third video in there where it is something like a tutorial, or it is a video dedicated to one specific topic within the Cardano ecosystem. But again, all the content will be around Cardano. So I'm also getting back to my other channel, maybe even get a video out on it today. If not today, it will be Thursday. My other channel was previously all about crypto with a little bit more focus on trading. So I get a lot of requests here for trading tutorials and for reviews on other coins and opinions on other assets within the cryptocurrency space. So what I'm going to do is have all of that content on the other channel. I don't want to start loading it in here because when people subscribed here, I told them this would be Cardano content. So that's what I want to stick to. And for people who want all of the other content, then make sure you check out the other channel as well, which I will put a link to down below this video, and you guys can subscribe over there as well. So moving on then to take a look at Cardano has been added to the Bloomberg trading terminal. So this is something that institutional investors use to see what assets are out there, get some background on the assets, and see what is available that they may want to get into trade. So look, this isn't something that's myself or most people I would say watching this are using, because it costs $24,000 a year to have this terminal. So it is for the bigger investors out there, and to get Cardano on there is really good. This means that it is getting a new audience, it's getting a bigger audience. So again, for those of us that are looking long term at where the price can potentially go, this is really good. Looking at Project Catalyst then, which is all about building and developing on the Cardano blockchain. A lot of people ask me for which projects should they vote for or should they downvote. And right now, I don't want to be the one to tell you that this is a project you should vote for, this is one that you should downvote or anything like that. So I'm going to point you to some resources here that you guys can check out to make up your own minds on who you want to vote for. So this is an Excel document here put together by Daniel Rybar, and I will put a link to his Twitter down below as well as this document. What it does is it lists all of the projects here and gives you the overview of the reviews that they have. So you can click into any of them there and it brings you to Idea Scale, which you can check out the full details on the project. You can see all of the different metrics that are rating them here. You can go through, these are the DApp proposals, the community choice, or the ecosystem. Now, as well as that, when you go into the Catalyst voting app on your phone, which is where you vote, you will see that you can give projects a thumbs up or a thumbs down. So you can do this for as many projects as you want. And when you have given all of the projects that you want to, given them a rating, whether it's good or bad, then you submit that to the blockchain. Then once you are happy that you have voted on as many as you want to vote on, and again, you can vote on 1, you can vote on 20, it's up to yourselves how many projects you want to give a rating to. And in the end, then they're all calculated in the back end based on the voting power that you have and the voting power that everyone else has that votes on them as well. So that's it. Or actually, one more thing on Project Catalyst, another resource for you is ADABTC.io. So this has been launched, I don't know if it's today or yesterday. Actually, I see an article the 11th of March. Today is the first day that I've seen it being announced. And this is a new site that is set up by members of the community. And they will be giving reviews on the different Catalyst proposals that are out there. So you can go through this, get a deeper insight into some of the projects that are out there, and this may help you make up your mind if they are projects you want to back or what you want to do about it. So again, you can check that out. ADAPulse.io looks really good. Outside that as well, I do get a lot of questions about what's upcoming for Cardano. Peter on Twitter here has started to put together a list. I don't know if there's any sites out there that give this type of information. If there is, make sure you let me know down below as well. Peter has put this together. I'll put a link to it down below where you can check it out. So it goes through some of the different aspects of what's out there and what we can expect to see over the future. Again, this list will grow over time and things can be expanded on it. The three main ones right now that everyone talks about, the events, are Coinbase. Still have no idea on a date for that. The Africa deals that are upcoming. So they are with third-party auditors. That is the last that I have personally heard on it. So it's out of Cardano's hands. So it could be days, it could be weeks. Nobody knows when the announcement is going to come. And you can see that it is frustrating for Charles as well, that everything is basically done on the Cardano side. It is just up to the other party to sign on the dotted line as well. So we are just waiting on that, and hopefully that will come soon. The other, actually, Charles is doing a keynote as well on the Africa blockchain event, and that is today, tomorrow, depending on where you are in the world. So I will put links to that down below as well, and I will give a summary of it maybe towards the end of the week when I am doing another video. The final one then is Alonzo. So a lot of people ask about when is Alonzo, and for anyone who's not sure, Alonzo is the third hard fork for Goguen. Now Goguen is what brought native assets to the Cardano blockchain, and Alonzo is the last hard fork, which is going to bring smart contracts. So Q2 is the rough time frame we've been given, but nobody knows an exact date on that. And one interesting date, and I will stress that this is 100% not from IOG or anything like that, it's just one that caught my eye as an interesting date anyway, was June 28th, which is the last Monday in Q2, is Joseph Gogan's birthday. That would be a really nice date to get the final Gogan hard fork out there. But again, look, this is speculation on a Reddit, Twitter. This is not an actual date from the Cardano Association. With Cardano 360, the event at the end of the month, we should get better insight then and get a rough date on Gogan during that. So that is in less than 2 weeks, we should have that event. And then when that comes out there, I will give you guys a summary of what goes on in that. And hopefully we will have a better idea of when to expect smart contracts on the project then. Okay, so a quick look at the market cap and at the price before we finish up here. So you can see we're down to 5th place on Coinmarketcap right now. Again, not something I'm really worried about, as you will see when we go through the charts. And just to put it in perspective, $1.23, $1.24 ADA would put us back up to 3rd spot above Binance. So not really a huge jump from the $1.04 that we're at right now, as the dollar mark is really looking fairly solid for us in the current market. So we'll take a quick look at Bitcoin before we go into ADA, because right now Bitcoin is really driving the market. It hit an all-time high of $62,000 over the weekend. And then on Monday, we did have a dip. Now, there's a few reasons that we've seen this dip. First off, huge high on Saturday. We got a really nice run up on the weekend. And when you see a big run up on the weekend, you do often see a dip on Monday due to a CME gap that is created. So this is when the CME closes on a Friday, and then when they open on a Monday and there's a big difference, a lot of times they will try and correct the market back down to fill that gap. But that wasn't the only reason for this. There was a bit of FUD out there about India banning Bitcoin. Now they aren't banning Bitcoin. This has happened in the past. It's not something I'm honestly worried about right now. We'll let it play out and see where it all goes. So previously they have banned it, then they unbanned it. The finance minister for India, there was a video going around of her talking about it, and it doesn't sound like she's banning or wants it banned. So again, we'll wait and see how that plays out. Right now, Bitcoin is still within this uptrend here, and the 55,000 level is really starting to form support here for Bitcoin right now. So we'll see how this plays out over the next few days. Do we stay in this uptrend? Do we fall a bit more? I don't think we're going to see the 50,000 Bitcoin anytime soon. I think we will see 60,000 before we see 50 again. But let's see how this plays out over the week. Personally, I'm in a long trade on Bitcoin right now, and I'm going to see how it plays out over the next few hours. Because it is a leverage trade, I won't be leaving it open long term. Looking at the ADABTC price then. So currently we are still stuck in a bit of a downtrend for the ADABTC price. Since the all-time high over here of $1.49, we have been stuck under this here. So we'll zoom in on this. We did briefly get out of it here, but as you can see, we've just been bouncing off this line the whole way down. Again, trying to get above it right now, but we're going to have to wait and see what happens. Realistically, I'm not worried about this right now. What I want to see is that every time that we drop below $1, we're getting a lot of buying pressure, quick buy up here, again a quick buy up, and once again a big green candle here when we are dipping down below that $1 mark. So with this pressure, buying pressure under $1, that is very positive for the ADA price. And I think when we get a little bit more clarity on what is coming for the project, then that is when we can really start to see breaking up above this and start moving up towards that all-time high again. Because when we're leading up to the Alonzo launch, I do think that we will break that all-time high fairly easily and go a lot higher. For now, it is all about holding the prices where we are. Personally, when we go under the $1 mark, I am putting in long trades on ADA here, because I do see that every time we go down there, we're getting some really good support. So for me, it's a good chance to grab some extra ADA for the bag. Looking at the ADABTC chart, which again is one that I always tell you to keep an eye on. This is the price of one ADA against Bitcoin. So this is a 4-hour chart. it's a bigger picture view of the market. So we had this huge run up for the Mary hard fork, and since then we have been falling fairly hard. Right now we're looking to get support. So it looks like we're starting to trend sideways and get a bit of support here, stemming from the 1750 sats level. So again, this is what I am going to be looking at and watching fairly closely to see, can we get a foothold here so that we can start to make our next move upwards in the charts. And once again, I think over the next few weeks, and when we get that little bit more clarity, we will start to see this price gaining up again. And in the run up to Alonzo, just like this was the Mary run here, this one went an awful lot higher than we had for the Shelly launch last year. I would expect the Alonzo launch to take us well above the 3000 sats in the long term again. Short term, we're going to trend sideways. I'd say falling down. Hopefully we hold that 1750. No guarantees right now, as if Bitcoin goes on a big run or big dump, then that may impact us as well. But for now, holding this level is what we want to see, and I would expect a really good run up for the Alonzo launch then. Okay guys, thanks for watching. I do hope this has been helpful for you. If it has, make sure that you give the video a like, comment down below, and share it out there if you feel others can benefit from it as well. So I will talk to you guys very soon. Hit subscribe, notification bell, and I will see you very soon. Thanks for watching.